AIDS, what is going on here? My friends, don't worry. If you stay till the end of this video, you'll see how I use a powerful acronym, AIDS, in my evaluation speech. And for those of you new to my channel, my name is Dharshanth Devendran and I'm a public speaking coach online and I do expert public speaking training, services and programs. Friends, my evaluation acronym A means awesome start, where the speaker captured audience attention from the very get-go, from the start. I, individual story. He or she showed speaker's vulnerability via their personal anecdote or story. D, Demeanour. Increase hand gestures and body movements, body language movements, which means the speaker spoke with a lot more purposeful direction and a lot more impact towards the audience. S, summary. Initiate a strong ending with a recap and a good take-home message. And when they do a summary, it allows us as an audience to remember whatever they spoke for the past 7 or so minutes, and we can easily recollect in memory what the speaker has mentioned before. A pro tip, friends: signpost your content in your speech by using numbers 1, 2, 3, and so on. What that means is, when you're trying to segue from point A to point B to point C, you can use, for example, number 1, I feel that we should eat healthy food. Number 2, I feel we should all have good exercise. And number 3, I feel we should all get sufficient amount of sleep. So when you recap at the very end, you can go back to these 3 points, point 1, point 2, point 3. And this is how I use AIDS, AIDS, A for awesome start, I for individual story, D for demeanor, and S for summary. So my friends, let's watch how I did my evaluation very shortly. Let's go.
For today. And the first evaluator we had is none other than our President's Innovative Planning for Dharshanth Devendran. I would like to call him now to deliver his evaluation for Chin Pei. All right, so Dharshanth, over to you.
Shinpei, I'm going to go with the first step to better evaluation. First of all, I would like to say very good start to your speech. Amazing. Because that falls into the A of my speech, which is awesome start. So awesome start indeed. You started with a very bright smile, you immediately had a beautiful voice, and you captured our hearts and minds, and you made us all feel loved. And I really like the fact that you use an active, clear listening to gain listeners. You applied that technique to us to gain the audience online. Because let me tell you something, this is not an easy audience to deal with, and you handled it really well. So good job on the A, awesome start. Second, the I. You went with an individual story. I like how you channeled us through the next phase by talking about what are the 4 types of communication styles: direct, initiating, analytical, and supportive. And then you talked about a little story and you mentioned the pros and the cons, and you segued into your own little story about how you joined Toastmasters to overcome your fears, overcome your cons of speaking, and you wanted to practice active listening to be a better communicator. And you also told us on how you used your style to actually influence another group of people to listen to you and to be more attentive, to get the result that you wanted. So very good, nice way of showing us how that initiating communication style was applied in the real life situation via your individual story. So I really enjoyed that. That was good. Third, your demeanor, for D. So a demeanor means your appearance. How do people perceive you online on this little box around me? Now, I would say your voice was audible, vocal variety was good, but I feel like what we can improve on together is your hand and body language. Because I feel most of the times your hand and body was here. It should be up if you're seated, or if you want to stand up or move back, it's even more clear this way. Reason why is because when we speak, that's great. But when we speak and show hand gestures that are effective and powerful, that makes the speech double great. And that is why I want to challenge you to actually use more hand gestures to signpost your speech. Point 1, point 2, point 3. Put more emphasis on hand gestures. You even did one part where it's like listening. So that was good. More of that is really great to actually get us more engulfed into your speech. You can even use things like pointing to your eyes, talking, you can even talk about a group. So there are many different ways you can play around with the techniques of hand gestures to talk more about how you actually practice active listening to all of us. And the fourth part, which is the S. So I'd like to summarize on how you can actually improve your ending, because I felt you started really strongly, had a great segue into your individual story, could improve a bit more in terms of the demeanor, but I felt towards the end it was a bit flaky because I wanted a bit more. I wanted a bit more oomph into the powerful ending of challenging us or telling us what about our communication style. And I feel that when the ending is stronger, because you had a lot more time, if I believe so, probably a good 1 minute. So you can either do a recap as to tell us your story from A to Z, as what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to recap and tell you you had an awesome start. A, you had an individual story. I, you had a demeanor, which can be improved on. D, and I'm summarizing my speech as. So the first step to better evaluation, remember AIDS. Back to you, General Evaluator.
All right, thank you, Darshan. I can see that he is really prepared with his evaluation. Great use of acronyms, AIDS.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching to the very end of this video. And if you feel you've enjoyed this video, go on and smash that like button below and also subscribe to the channel for more great content coming your way. And I also encourage all of you to share your thoughts in the comment section below. This is Dharshanth Devendran once again, and I'm more than happy to share with you my public speaking classes online. Go on and click the link below to find out more. And most importantly, see you in the next video.